More U.S. ships and soldiers are on their way to the Middle East in response to Iran's attacks on ships and oil refineries. The military is putting more resources into this fight. We'll explain which line President Trump is not willing to cross in this conflict. Wyandotte County is switching up its employment requirements, now allowing people living outside the county to work in government jobs. We'll explain what officials hope to achieve with this change. Plus, World of Wheels is ready to welcome in car enthusiasts. We'll show you some of the rides you can find if you roll up to Bartle Hall this weekend.
From Kansas City's news leader, this is KMBC 9 News at noon.
Thanks so much for joining us for KMBC 9 News at noon. I'm Jamie Weiss here in the Weather Center with First Alert meteorologist Neville Miller. Happy spring. It's the first day of spring.
Right? Astronomical, wow.
That's a hard word on a Friday.
Yeah, right? You know, my brain's like...
But because it feels like summer.
It does feel like summer outside. You know, it's so warm. In fact, we're already at 81 degrees. We are 1 degree off of tying the record for today. So I'm going to go ahead and put this out here. We're going to get that record high temperature for today. Brittany was talking about it this morning, and really, there's not a whole lot to complain about. We have that sunshine overhead right now, but there is one thing which I'm going to share with you in just a moment. The only complaint I really have, you can see how hazy it is with this view as you look towards the west, is that we have some smoke that's drifting in from wildfires off to our south and west. So it's warm, it feels nice outside, but that smoke, it's affecting our air quality. So I do want to help you prepare for it today. You can see we have some areas of orange, which is unhealthy for some. So if you do have asthma or respiratory issues, you might want to consider not opening your windows today so you're not letting in that smoke. Otherwise, if we're not in the orange, we are in the yellow. So either moderate to unhealthy for some air quality around the metro. And that's really where most of the area is, as that smoke is drifting in from the southwest. So just keep that in mind, again, for opening your windows or just how much you want to be outside today. Mid to upper 70s and low 80s right now. I mentioned we're going to get a record high temperature for today. The record is 82 degrees, mid 80s for most of the area. We turn even hotter tomorrow, and I'll let you know if we'll get another record in a few more minutes.
Okay, thanks for the heads up, Neville. Well, the war in Iran is in its third week, and it's showing no signs of letting up. Overnight, more strikes across the region, including on key oil and gas assets. ABC's Olivia Rubin has the latest.
2,200 Marines aboard 3 U.S. Navy amphibious ships left San Diego this week and are likely heading to the Middle East, according to 2 U.S. officials. The USS John F. Kennedy is already in the Gulf region, carrying 5,000 troops. President Trump, though, has maintained he's not planning for boots on the ground in the war with Iran.
No, I'm not putting troops anywhere. If I were, I certainly wouldn't tell you.
3 weeks of war, and today Iran is still holding out despite relentless U.S. and Israeli attacks. The IDF saying they've launched strikes in the heart of Tehran, announcing they killed another top leader, Esmail Ahmadi, head of intelligence for Iran's Basij paramilitary force. And Iranians are marking Nowruz, the Persian New Year, with deep uncertainty this morning. In Israel today, the war shuttering celebrations for the end of Ramadan. Israeli police seen here dispersing worshippers outside Jerusalem's Old City. Islam's holiest sites, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, closed to worshippers for aid. Heading to shelters as air sirens wailed, warning of repeated attacks today from Iranian-backed Hezbollah forces in Lebanon. And there are steady attacks on critical oil assets in the Gulf. Kuwait saying a refinery was hit by Iranian drones for the second day in a row today. Qatar now says the Iranian strike on the world's largest natural gas field knocked out nearly a fifth of its capacity, a loss of $20 billion in annual revenue. And the cost of the war visible at the pump. Oil hovering around $100 per barrel. Brent crude oil pushing past $110 a barrel. And back here at home, gas prices still climbing. The national average for a gallon of gas about to hit $4. That's a stunning turnaround from just a month ago when it was under $3 a gallon. Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
A bill to ban cell phone use in Kansas schools is now law. Governor Laura Kelly signed that legislation yesterday. It'll require public school districts and certain non-public schools to set policies restricting the use of cell phones during school, with some exceptions. It also limits how school employees can communicate with students, and it bans the use of social media for school purposes. Schools must comply with these new rules by September 1st. Kansas lawmakers are in a race to the finish line, working on several key bills before they wrap up their legislative session next week. Republican leaders in the House and the Senate still are not eye to eye on property tax reform. And then there's the state budget, the one thing that the legislature has to pass by law. That is still in the works right now. Republicans want to slash hundreds of millions of dollars, but the state still needs to be funded. That could mean cuts to several key areas, including education.
But I do know just from watching it that I'm seeing a lot of looking at education. Where could we cut things, especially higher education, stuff like that, which makes sense since that's like 60% of the Kansas budget is education. There's a good chance that we'll see some line item vetoes from the governor.
Sunday on Heart of the Matter, we'll break down what to expect from the end of the Kansas session. Don't miss Heart of the Matter Sunday mornings at 10:30 on KMBC 9. Well, the rules are changing for workers of the Unified Government of Wyandotte County in Kansas City, Kansas. Commissioners voted to drop a residency requirement. KMBC 9's Martin Augustine explains why the UG is opening up careers to people outside the county.
Before last night's vote here at UG headquarters, the Board of Commissioners have been going over a lot of information regarding Wyandotte County's residency rule, such as employee surveys supporting the removal of the residency rule, as well as information showing that the county sees roughly 300 employee departures a year, with some of them citing the residency rule as a reason for leaving. Now, the residency rule has been in place a long time here in Wyandotte County, and it's long been a part of debate here. Does it strengthen a community, or is it detrimental for county growth? Well, in the end, the mayor and the CEO of the Unified Government, Crystal Watson, pointed to the growth of the county seen over the last several decades in the Legends and the Speedway, for example, and potential new growth with the construction of a new stadium for the Kansas City Chiefs as key to attracting more people. The need's going to be there, and who knows, she says, some of them may end up living here anyway.
And I am very excited about the opportunities that we have to continue to grow. There's plenty of development coming. That means more people could possibly be coming.
Watson's yes vote on removing the residency rule is notable because here in the Unified Government, the mayor and CEO only votes on matters when there is a tie vote with the Board of Commissioners. So there's not a great deal of consensus, at least politically, here at headquarters about the residency rule. We should point out that the rule will still apply to elected officials and county executives. Reporting from Kansas City, Kansas, Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
Well, the fight over new congressional maps is headed back to the Missouri Supreme Court. The plaintiffs in a lawsuit filed in Jackson County are being appealed. In this lawsuit, the plaintiffs argue that the new congressional boundaries are not legal because lawmakers drew them outside of a census year. The circuit court judge ruled against them, saying lawmakers had that power. The Supreme Court will decide whether to take the case, but a separate challenge could still overturn these maps. And if efforts to block those maps fail, the new ones will be used to determine which district Missourians will vote in this November. Independence residents opposed to a new data center project have a little more time to rally support before a public vote on the project. We caught up with volunteers collecting signatures on the side of 24 Highway. Originally, they had just 10 days to rally up support for the referendum. Wednesday's ruling from a Jackson County judge puts that deadline on hold. About 100 volunteers need to collect at least 3,700 signatures, but they plan to gather more.
We've seen other projects that they've said that's going to help our city, and all it's done is cost us more money.
5 people on the city council have made the most consequential decision in our city's history, and all we're asking is that we get a vote in the process.
The city released a statement saying in part, quote, "The order does not change the case or ordinance. The next court hearing is set for Monday." We do want to get back to your first alert weather now with meteorologist Neville Miller, because even though it's the first day of spring, we are feeling summer-like warmth today.
Really, we are, Jamie. It feels more like June than the middle of March as we're hanging out at 81 degrees. Our normal high for today is about 57, so we are way warmer than that. 70s and 80s really for much of the region. And like I mentioned a few minutes ago, the only complaint for today is that our air quality could be better. So we are in the moderate, so for the most part, yellow air quality. A few little areas of orange there, which is unhealthy for sensitive groups. And you see the red down towards Wichita. So that's unhealthy air. And that's coming from some of these grass fires that are out there. And that southwest to westerly wind is blowing some of that in our direction. That's why if you look off on the horizon, you probably have noticed it looks pretty hazy out there. That's hazy as far as our sky condition goes, and that's what we're seeing really for much of the area, and it's having an impact on our air quality. So if you're going to be out and about today, just keep that in mind. If you're going to open your windows up, if you have asthma, respiratory issues, you might just want to limit the time your windows are open or not open your windows up. Beyond that, it's going to be a great day. Mid-80s this afternoon, still holding at 80 degrees at 7 o'clock. We'll look ahead to when we cool back down coming up.
All right, thank you, Neville. We'll start your engines. Kansas City this weekend is shifting into high gear. Hundreds of classic cars and tricked out hot rods are rolling into the World of Wheels car show this weekend. KMBC 9's Rachel Ripp has more from the showroom floor about what people can expect.
We're here at the World of Wheels inside Bartle Hall, and we've got a decked out Chiefs F-150 here. It's super cool. They've got the Chiefs fan little bumper there. They've got in the back of the windshield the picture of Arrowhead with all of the fans, and then even on the side they've got this sticker that says 4-time Super Bowl champs. Just completely decked out. Even the tires are yellow. Of course, the whole make of the car is red with that Arrowhead sign, and then we've even got inside the car the interior of the seats. Those leather seats are red and yellow. So super cool. You can see all kinds of cars like this here at the World of Wheels this weekend, and they have a bunch of different categories. All of these, of course, will be judged as well. Race cars, trucks, hot rods, but here's the times that you can come check it out. So if you come by today, you can come see these cars from 3 to 9 p.m. Tomorrow you can see them from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then Sunday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Those tickets, of course, for general admission are going to be $28. It'll be $10 for kids 6 to 12 years old. But a lot of fun, a lot of Chiefs stuff here behind me, but a lot more to see. Reporting in Kansas City, Rachel Ripp, KMBC 9 News.
Very cool to see. Thanks, Rachel. For more vehicle-based fun, you can check out the famous Oscar Mayer Wienermobile in Kansas City, Missouri right now. It's parked outside of the Wonderscope Children's Museum until 3 this afternoon. It's free to check out the ride and take pictures, but you will still need to pay to go into Wonderscope. For tickets, go to wonderscope.org. The wait is over. One of the biggest K-pop groups in the world is back on stage, and we can feel the excitement from here. We'll show you how BTS is returning from break with a bang.
Your source for first alert weather and News Chopper 9, Kansas City's news leader, KMBC 9 News.
KMBC 9 Cares for Kids needs your help giving diaper need a kick in the backside. We have partnered with Happy Bottoms, Kansas City's only diaper bank, to raise enough money to buy 2 million diapers. There's an estimated 21,000 kids in the metro who need this support. Diapers are not covered by government assistance programs like food stamps, WIC, or Medicaid. And if you think cloth diapers would make more sense, most daycares require disposable diapers. Without them, kids can't attend, meaning parents can't go to work.
But cloth diapers in this day and age, while before it might have been very, very economical, in our day and age, it really is a luxury because now you have to take them, either you have to have a diaper service or you have to do 2 loads of laundry when you're at the laundromat, a load of dirty diapers and then a load of bleach. And for some of our families, that is not economical at all.
Well, we want to raise enough money for Happy Bottoms to purchase 2 million diapers during the month of March. Any amount you can give will make an impact, but a $12 donation diapers 1 child for 1 month. You can scan this QR code on your screen right now or log on to kmbc.com/community to make a difference for Kansas City kids. A University of Alabama student who went missing during a spring break trip to Barcelona has been found dead. Investigators say his death was likely an accident. 20-year-old James Gracie disappeared after a night out at a club Tuesday morning. His friends contacted police when he failed to return to their short-term rental. Officers found Gracie's body in shallow water off of a nearby beach yesterday. Barcelona police have security camera footage from that night, as well as Gracie's cell phone, which was stolen at some point in the night. On this day in 1995, a cult in Japan killed more than a dozen people in a gas attack on the Tokyo subway. Thousands of people were hurt. Members of that cult got on trains during rush hour and left bags full of sarin gas on the ground. These bags slowly leaked into the cars with that deadly gas. An inspection afterward determined that the attack could have been worse, but attackers made mistakes with the gas devices. Police arrested the leader of that cult and executed him in 2018. Also on this day in 2016, former President Barack Obama became the first sitting president to visit Cuba in nearly 90 years. Obama's visit eased some tensions with the communist government, which had been unfriendly with the U.S. since the Cold War. Well, K-pop sensation BTS is back. The group is releasing their first album in 4 years. The group had to take a break in order to take part in mandatory military service. Every able-bodied South Korean man is required to serve at least 18 months. Well, now, all 7 members are done, and they are celebrating with the release of a new album and world tour. And if you can't tell from this high-tech drone show, fans are ecstatic for their return.
It's my very first time to see all 7 of them on stage. I saw them in their solo concerts, but never as a group. So it's my very first time to see all of them on stage, and I cannot put it in words. It's impossible.
The first concert is tomorrow in the heart of Seoul, and it is free to attend. So Neville, I looked it up. The new album has a brand new single out called Swim.
Okay.
Very fitting for the weather we're experiencing here in Kansas City.
You know, you feel like maybe we could go ahead and open the pools up because it's just going to be so warm here today and tomorrow especially. In fact, warm enough to where I'd recommend, if it's me, certainly I'd need the fans, but hey, maybe if you want to, if you're able to, you might need to turn the air conditioner on because it's going to be pretty hot. We'll have sunshine. Our temperatures are going to be well above normal. So let me show you our setup. This big dome of high pressure where heat's been building over the southwest. They've already had triple-digit heat out to parts of Arizona and Phoenix. We will see that heat expand towards us. We're not going to get that hot, but we are going to close in on 90 degrees as our highs will be 20 to 35 degrees above normal here for much of the region where you see that magenta. So today and Saturday, those are going to be our 2 hot days, and we will likely see some record high temperatures. And I'd say certainly for today. Today's record's 82. We are already at 81. So again, if we're going to get today's record, we're forecasting 86 this afternoon. And then for tomorrow, our forecast is 90 degrees. So we're talking about closing in on that record tomorrow of 91. So you can see that was set back in 1907. We'll be really close. We'll see if we get it. We'll get today's. Tomorrow's, we're going to make a very close run at that. And Brittany was talking about that this morning, just how hot it's going to be. So for today, sunshine. It is officially springtime, even though it feels like summer out there. We'll be in the 80s heading through the rest of the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine. Then for your evening plans, it's still going to be nice. I'd say shorts and t-shirt weather. So a great evening if you want to maybe go for a walk in the park with it being so comfortable. Tomorrow, more of the same, except a little hotter. 90 our forecast high, that record of 91. So we're going to be right there after starting out at 54 degrees, which is actually close to our normal high for this time of year. The wind will pick up on Sunday, 77, so we'll start cooling down with the cold front. More clouds come in. That's still warm. 60 on Monday, that's when the cooler air really arrives, and then we do start warming right back up into the mid-70s Wednesday and Thursday of next week before another shot of cooler air rolls in, and that'll knock our high temperatures back into the 50s and low 60s. So in general, a pretty warm forecast there, but I do want to show you some of these dates, in case you're already getting the garden going, you're doing some planting, you have some flowering plants. Remember, we typically see our last frost April 24th, so still a month away. Our last freeze, that's April 8th, and our last hard freeze, that's about a week away on March 31st. So just keep those dates in mind as you get things going. So again, to reiterate, feeling like June today and tomorrow. We're going to be monitoring that fire danger. I'm going to explain more on that in the next half hour, and we're windy and turning cooler on Sunday.
All right, thank you, Neville. Well, some cats love to eat, and they'll munch on anything they can get their paws on. We'll show you how one cat earned a trip to the operating table by eating a lot of something she shouldn't have. A Florida cat is recovering from a surgery that it needed because it was eating a lot of something that it shouldn't have, hair ties. ABC's Danny New reports the problem was so bad, she was almost put down.
Cats can crave some surprising foods and also Even non-foods?
I've been in rescue for 13 years now. This is an exceptional case. I've never seen this in my entire life.
Allison here works at Florida animal shelter Halo, which has been getting a lot of attention recently for this little Hoover named Midnight. See this photo? You're looking at 26 hair ties, and Midnight ate all of them.
When you see a picture of them laid out on the medical tray, you're like, oh my gosh.
Here's what happened. Last week, Allison says they got a call from a local vet who said Midnight's owner could not pay for a blockage removal surgery and had instead scheduled her for euthanasia. However, the vet was adamant he really thought this 6-year-old fighter could get through this.
So then you guys fronted the bill?
Yes.
That's mighty kind of you.
We at Halo have a bunch of bleeding hearts.
So Halo paid for the surgery, and next thing you know, there's a tray with 26 hair ties explaining that blockage.
If it's not a world record, it should be.
And hopefully never broken.
And never broken. Yes, absolutely.
And for the record, I spoke with a veterinarian about signs to look out for if you think your cat may have a blockage. He says if your cat is eating less, vomiting, hiding in unusual places, or standing with a weird hunched posture, those could all be signs of a blockage. As you can see, about a week later, Midnight is doing A-OK. In fact, Allison says she is eating a whole lot, so clearly a big appetite is quite typical for her.
She looks really good. She's still got her cone on because obviously she has some pretty serious sutures, but she's doing well. She's recuperating nicely.
The vet told me hair ties and also rubber bands can both be very dangerous for cats, so I made sure to tell my black cat, Pepper, do not go near that scrunchie, young lady. But then she immediately got up and was like, ooh, let me investigate that finger real quick. Hopefully the lesson landed. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Security lines at some airports are slowing to a crawl as thousands of TSA agents call out sick. We'll show you just how bad the staff shortage is at America's busiest terminals. Many thought a sea turtle at the KC Zoo and Aquarium would never swim the same again. But then local engineers stepped up to the challenge. We'll show you how science is giving one reptile a new lease on life.
serving our neighbors in Kansas and Missouri. Kansas City's news leader, KMBC 9 News.
Thanks for sticking with us at noon. I'm Jamie Weiss here with meteorologist Neville Miller for your first alert forecast. And it is so gorgeous outside today. I'm waiting for the moment when it goes from being really nice to like, okay, it's a little hot now.
You know, we're getting close to that because it's already in the 80s right now, low 80s, Jamie. You know, normal high for today is about 57 degrees. So we are a good almost 25 degrees warmer than that, and we still have several more degrees to go through as we go through the afternoon here before we hit our highs. So we're not done warming up just yet. Here's our view looking towards the west. It's a pretty sky. We have some sunshine, some high clouds, also some haze out there as well. And some of that is smoke that's been drifting in from wildfires off to our south and west. And that has had an impact on our air quality. So we are in the moderate air quality category for today. So if you're especially sensitive, if you have asthma, respiratory issues, you might just want to limit some of your outside time or maybe not have your windows open. Otherwise, hey, 81 degrees. It is a warm afternoon. Here's how things are shaping up with our air quality area wide. So just about all of us are in the yellow. So again, we're just a little bit down from good, but you do see some of that orange, and that includes Olathe, Paola down towards Garnett. So that would be unhealthy for sensitive groups. Like I mentioned, if you have respiratory ailments, maybe just don't have the windows open. So you see, we do have some light smoke in the atmosphere. You can see it when you look off in the distance on the horizon. Our temperatures are definitely warm out there. We're hanging out around 80 degrees. The record high for today is 82. That was set back in 1953. We're 1 degree away from tying that record. So we're going to get that for today. Here are those highs this afternoon. So middle 80s, St. Joseph, Plattsburgh, Atchison, maybe 88 for you. That's more typical for late July. Mid to upper 80s around the metro, then looking to the south, more of the same. We turn even hotter tomorrow, and I'll show you how hot those temperatures go coming up.
All right, thanks, Neville. Well, hey, just into the newsroom, the man suspected of a stabbing attack in Olathe is now charged with attempted first-degree murder. Olathe police arrested 27-year-old Quan Tresvant in connection with a stabbing in Two Trails Park around noon yesterday. The victim is a 38-year-old woman. She's currently receiving treatment at a local hospital. Well, some of the busiest airports in the U.S. are pretty congested right now as TSA agents call out sick and crews are forced to reduce the number of security check lanes. TSA agents are not receiving any pay due to a partial government shutdown, and that has led to them calling out in large numbers, creating hours-long wait times. At Atlanta's airport, the busiest in the world, 38% of TSA officers did not work on Wednesday. Airports are hoping that enough staff will continue to come in despite these difficult circumstances.
I remain proud of the employees that are coming in without getting paid. I think they're being both resilient and committed to providing the service that our public needs right now.
Some people are giving gift cards to TSA agents. That way they can buy food while their pay is on hold. Democrats are demanding changes to various policies for federal agents before they agree to pass funding for the Department of Homeland Security. They say they are willing to pass funding for every agency beside ICE and Customs. The FCC is approving broadcast company Nexstar's acquisition of rival Tegna in a $6.5 billion sale. If this merger stands in court, Nexstar will cover 80% of U.S. TV households. Before this deal, station owners could have no more than 39% of households as part of monopoly rules. But that means newsrooms will likely close in 31 different TV markets, including in St. Louis, but not here in the metro. The upcoming season of The Bachelorette, starring Taylor Frankie Paul, has been pulled. The decision comes after a 2023 video of a domestic violence incident involving Paul was made public. Paul also appears on the Hulu reality series, The Secret Lives of the Mormon Wives. The Bachelorette was set to debut this Sunday. Well, sexual abuse claims against farm labor and civil rights activist Cesar Chavez are sending shockwaves across the U.S., including here at home. The New York Times is reporting 3 women have accused him of various sex crimes. 2 of those women were minors when they say this happened. The allegations have sparked calls all across the country to rename landmarks that have been named after Chavez. In Kansas City, Missouri, some are calling for a name change for Avenida Cesar Chavez. That's part of 23rd Street on the city's west side.
And I'm sure there's a lot of Latina heroes, there's a lot of Latinos heroes that can be named, like all these places, schools, streets can be named after them. And let's recognize them. Something that I think we don't have very many heroes out there that represents us, but I think having someone local that we care about, that we know they've done everything right, that's who we should look for.
Changing the name of the street and signage could cost the city around $50,000. Well, Iran is now threatening to strike tourism sites around the world in retaliation for strikes the U.S. and Israel have carried out on its soil. Iran continues to attack major oil facilities in neighboring countries, driving up the price of gas. The U.S. is sending 3 more warships and another 2,500 Marines to the Middle East to defend the region. Congress is split on the necessity of this war, with some Republicans even questioning if the conflict is worth it.
I am tired of the industrial war complex getting all of our hard-earned tax dollars. I have folks in Colorado who can't afford to live.
Nobody asked what did it cost to win World War II. You just had to win. So whatever it costs to finish this is worth it.
The Pentagon's request for another $200 billion is still pending. Israel's prime minister says he'll hold off on further attacks on a major Iranian gas field at President Trump's request. Well, in Kansas City this morning, the disabled community gathered to share their stories. The mission here, telling your own story instead of having others tell it for you. The difference is important, says the seminar's guest speaker, Rebecca Tausig. She's used a wheelchair since she was very young, but she's an author, a podcaster, and an advocate for the disabled. She says putting your voice to your story can change a lot of things.
Is realizing that you have choices, that you get to decide something for yourself. I think that is an empowering thing for a person.
Some of the people here are already writing and podcasting. The seminar is hosted by the Platte County Board of Services. The Kansas City Zoo and Aquarium is getting some help from the Kansas City National Security Campus to help an injured sea turtle swim again. Rescuers found Tortellini off the coast of Florida back in 2020. They believe a boat propeller struck the back of her shell. The KC Zoo took her in for the Isabella Aquarium, and you may have seen her swimming around with her backside high above the rest of her. So the National Security Campus stepped in to make this special harness for Tortellini. That way her body would be even while underwater.
I've been doing this a long time, like almost 35 years, and this is the most personally rewarding project I've ever worked on. It's so thrilling to see her be able to have turtle behaviors, sleep on the bottom of the pool, not have to wedge yourself under a rock to take a nap. It's wonderful.
Oh, so cute to see this video. Researchers used 3D scans of Tortellini to design a harness that could withstand salt water and adjust to her growth. The zoo has received a prototype of the harness so it can give visitors a closer look at the science that goes into this. It is spring travel season, and while a vacation is exciting, trying to get refunds on damaged luggage is not. We'll get you prepared for the worst case scenarios by explaining how you can make this process easier.
Your source for First Alert Weather and News Chopper 9, Kansas City's news leader, KMBC 9 News.
All right, we're heading into the weekend. We're going to count Friday as part of the weekend, right? Sunny, mid-80s. It is officially springtime, so happy spring, even though it feels like summer. 90 degrees tomorrow. The record high tomorrow is 91, so we're going to be right there. Today's record's 82, so we're 1 degree away from breaking that record. We're going to get it today. And then on Sunday, more clouds come in as our next cold front moves through the region. It'll be windy, but still 77 degrees, and that's our cool day this weekend. Now, something we're monitoring, we're watching the air quality. We're also watching our fire danger, and we do have a red flag warning for tomorrow. So Saturday from 11 in the morning till 10 o'clock in the evening, mainly for our western communities, but something we all should adhere to is that any fires that develop could spread quickly. So make sure any cigarette butts, they're put out properly, no outdoor burning as we head through the weekend.
Some good advice, Neville. Thank you. As millions of travelers head to the airport for spring break, there's something you may want to do before you even check your bags. If your luggage is lost or damaged, getting reimbursed may come down to what you can prove. National Consumer Correspondent Ali Jasinski shows us how to protect yourself before you travel.
Millions of people are traveling for spring break, and that means millions of checked bags are traveling through airline systems. But if your bag comes off the carousel damaged or doesn't show up at all, getting reimbursed may depend on how well you documented everything that was inside. Under U.S. Department of Transportation rules, airlines are responsible if checked baggage is lost, delayed, or damaged while it's in their control. For domestic flights, airlines can limit their liability to about $4,700 per passenger, but that's a maximum cap, and airlines typically require documentation before paying a claim. There are a few steps you can take at home to make that process easier, so let's back up. First, take pictures while you pack. Doing that can help prove what was inside your suitcase if your bag gets lost. Next, take a picture of the bag itself. That can help document the condition of your luggage before the trip, which will matter if you have to file a claim. Keep receipts or proof of purchase for expensive items. Airlines often ask for documentation of value, and without it, they may estimate a much lower amount. Finally, if you're bringing anything valuable with you that you really care about, so things like jewelry, or maybe you're bringing a camera or electronics, pack those in your personal item. The reason why many airlines actually decline to cover fragile things if you read through their carriage contracts. If your bag does get damaged, airlines are typically on the hook for things like broken wheels and handles, not normal wear and tear. And you're going to want to report that damage quickly, ideally while you are still at the airport. That's because some airlines require you to report damage in person, or they only give you a few hours to do so. Reporting in New York, I'm Ali Jasinski.
Well, it is time for Kansas and Missouri to step into the madness. We'll show you how the teams and their fans are getting ready for the biggest showdowns of the season. We've all felt the pinch of rising prices on almost everything these days, and it's forcing thousands of families in our community to do something they've never done before: ask for help.
The prices of diapers have increased over the last couple of years. We've seen the price increase almost 38% over the past 2 years.
That's why KMBC9 Cares for Kids is once again partnering with Happy Bottoms. Happy Bottoms is Kansas City's only diaper bank. 35% of the families they serve say without Happy Bottoms, they wouldn't have enough money for groceries.
We are having more and more people needing our help, and we do not ever make a family prove that they're poor. If a family needs diapers, we are going to make sure that that family has the right size diaper and the dignity that goes along with that and their families.
The goal is to cover the cost of 2 million diapers for local families. A $12 donation will diaper one baby for 1 month. Any amount that you can give will make a big impact. To get started, scan the QR code on your screen now or log on to kmbc.com/community. All right, it's time to get into March Madness. The Kansas Jayhawks and Missouri Tigers men's basketball teams both begin play in the NCAA tournament today. In fact, we've got live team coverage with both of our crews at both game locations. Our Eric Graves is in St. Louis, Taylor Kaufman is in San Diego. And since KU tips off first, we want to throw things over to Taylor to see what the mood is like on the West Coast. Hey, Taylor.
Hey, Jamie. Well, we had 16 NCAA tournament games yesterday. We have 16 more today. The Jayhawks, they're one of the late ones. They tip off tonight at 8:45 Central Time. Now, we did get to see Kansas at practice yesterday, and I tell you what, those guys were smiling. They were having so much fun throwing that ball around. We were told, though, they did have a different practice before, a couple hour-long practice, probably a little more tough than this one here. It was off campus, but the point of yesterday was just to get on the court, soak it up. They see that March Madness logo, and they know that they are here for the dance. They don't want to take it for granted, but they have a really tough opponent tonight in California Baptist. They're the WAC champions, led by their point guard, Dominique Daniels Jr. He is the 5th leading scorer in Division I basketball, so it's not going to be a cakewalk for Kansas. They got a tough one tonight, but even later than KU's game, the Missouri Tigers, they play tonight as well in their first round game. That's where we send it over to Eric Graves, who's covering the Tigers out in St. Louis. Eric, how's it going today?
Taylor, we are working late tonight, that's for sure. I know you're in San Diego, but the weather in St. Louis today feels a little bit like San Diego, if I can say. A beautiful March here for the Tigers to start dancing, and it's going to be a fun one for the fans today. They've got all day to wait for their Tigers to play, and that is the not-so-secret advantage Mizzou is going to have tonight. Practically a home game here in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center, just 2 hours from where they play their actual home games in Columbia, Missouri. A lot of fans are expected today. We saw the Tigers practice yesterday. They talked about that home court advantage. Coach Dennis Gates playing it down a little bit, said they're treating this like any other neutral site game in the NCAA tournament, but it is some exciting times for the Missouri Tigers, who are an underdog against the Miami Hurricanes. That will be a fun one tonight, but before then, we've got a lot of time to get through, and that is going to be taken up by a pre-game party for Mizzou fans at Ballpark Village right there outside of Busch Stadium, where the Cardinals play their baseball at. A lot of Mizzou fans expected there. That is where we're going to be live at 4, 5, and 6, getting you caught up with fans, how excited they are for Mizzou, and the expectation. A lot of black and gold in the Enterprise Center tonight. We will show that to you as we continue our live coverage throughout the day. For now, though, Jamie, we're going to send it back to you.
Oh, Eric, thank you. I'm looking forward to checking back in with you this afternoon. And I want to set the stage for you. I'm currently wearing orange in support of my Syracuse Orange, who didn't even make the tournament this year. How are you feeling covering your alma mater?
I'm deploying my best journalistic ethics, Jamie. I'm very straight up. Maybe I'm wearing socks that have the fight song on them, but nobody is ever going to know that unless I talk about it on TV.
Hey, I love it. We'll check back in with you later this afternoon, Eric. Thank you. As for our women's teams, all 3 tipped off last night in the Women's Basketball Invitational Tournament, and all 3 advanced. The Jayhawks beat Troy 79-70, K-State beat Georgia Tech 69-65, and Mizzou beat Seton Hall 67-57. Missouri's second-round matchup is on Monday. KU and K-State play in their second-round matchups Monday night. Okay, Neville, you are another Mizzou alum, so to you I say M-I-Z. Yep.
Z-O-U.
Our whole newsroom is either KU or Mizzou alums, then I'm like the lone, go Orange.
Right. But we can all be friends. Yeah, you're right. So this is kind of like, it's a fun, tense time here at Channel 9 because everybody's just like, hey, you know, big games going on tonight. Of course, we're going to have more of those live reports here as we go through the day. It feels like spring out there, right? So we've got basketball, we've got March Madness, and our weather kind of has some March Madness as well. In fact, it's going to feel like summer today and tomorrow. You might need to turn on your fan and probably you'll need to turn on your fan or maybe the air conditioner because it'll be hot. We're talking about mid-80s today, 90-degree high temperatures tomorrow. With this warm air, the dry conditions, the low relative humidity, there is going to be a higher fire danger, especially tomorrow. But even today, it's something we need to be cognizant of. So any fires that develop can spread very quickly. That's what it means when we talk about high fire danger. Those are days where any sort of burning is not advised. Shouldn't be doing that. Cigarette butts, especially on those days, but always should be put out properly because those can cause grass fires and then the fires get out of control. In fact, let me show you our fire danger risk. We can do that here, one of our products, and show you what we're talking about. You see some of that orange that showed up as we went through the afternoon, so kind of on the medium side of the scale here. It goes down for the late evening and overnight hours as the sun sets, but then watch what happens as we head into Saturday afternoon. Area wide, we're going to be in the orange to red category, and that is why we have that red flag warning for tomorrow. So that higher fire danger for your Saturday. It's going to be a hot day, not warm, but a hot day. Our forecast high is 90 degrees. The record for tomorrow is 91. That was set more than 100 years ago. So we're going to be right there. And if we do hit 90 degrees, it would tie as our earliest 90-degree day in Kansas City. Of course, that's going to tie the record for tomorrow, which was set back in 1907. So this is early for us to have temperatures so warm. Let's talk about it on the 9-day forecast here and how long this warm air sticks around. Today, sunshine, mid-80s for the afternoon, lower 70s heading into the late evening hours. So you can get by with shorts and T-shirts if you're trying to plan out what to wear this evening. Dress for it staying warm. Tomorrow, dress for the heat, 90 degrees for a high temperature, plenty of sunshine. And then Sunday, cloudy, cooler, 77 degrees. We'll see our chilly air, I'm saying that in air quotes, 60 on Monday, and then we're right back in the middle 70s for Wednesday and Thursday, a little cooler by next weekend. All right, let's go ahead and look ahead to tomorrow evening. If you're heading out to Sporting Park, should be some beautiful weather as Rapids come into town. 84 for the first half. Yep, 80 for the second half, and then 77 heading home. That's more of like a June or July forecast there for a sporting game. 90 degrees your high tomorrow, mid-80s for today. We're cooler on Sunday, cloudy, windy, 77 degrees. Our chilly day is Monday, high of 60.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that.
Right.
Thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you at 4 for more news and weather.